Alrighty, so let's get this shit started. Every week I like to update everyone on my beautiful half-white son, River. This week, he's 2 years old. He's a beautiful boy. He's 2, right? He's gorgeous. And he told his first joke, ladies and gentlemen. My beautiful son told his first joke. He pointed at the TV, which he loves. It's his TV, basically. Fucking PBS all day, you know. And he said, "That's a cat." And then he stopped and he waited a beat. Great timing. He said, "That's not a cat. That's a TV." It was great. I was just so proud, you know, because he came out of my balls, right? And he's already a better writer than me. It's really great. At least he's written more. I don't write at all. I think he's got better handwriting at least. But, I mean, it's just amazing. I think he's just so funny already. I think we might add him to the fucking writing team at here at High Tonight Show. He's better than Eric, I think. Guys, some serious matter. Our condolences go out to Nipsey Hussle and all his loved ones. He was murdered this past week in front of his store, and everyone's grieving all across the world. And at the same time, these fucking news outlets keep referring to him as a thug, and it really pisses me off. You know, a thug is someone who would claim to, like, get away with murder in the middle of a New York street, right, guys? A thug is someone who, like, has multiple sexual allegations against them. A thug is someone who jokes about grabbing women inappropriately. That thug is our fucking president, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And to quote the great Nipsey Hussle, fuck Donald Trump, guys. That's all I'm saying. Rest in peace, homie. The Mueller report, speaking of which, the Mueller report still hasn't been released after 2 weeks. Democrats are acting like a bunch of comic book nerds. They're angry that their movie didn't get fucking released. And apparently, William Barr, this is much more important. William Barr wrote a summary of the report, which was 4 pages of a 40,000-page report or some shit like that. Like, it's a bunch, and he just summarized it down. And this is for his, for his boss, Trump. He summarized it for him. I'd believe him. I think he'd have more clout if he actually wrote, something along the lines of this one sentence, like "pics" or "it didn't happen," something like that. You know? Release the goddamn thing. They haven't released it. They're redacting it as we speak, and redacting means that they're putting black bars all over the parts that they don't want you to see before they give it to us. And by the time they're done with it, it's going to look like a white man in prison, just like black bars all over it. That man should be, our president. And it's spring, guys. So, the flowers are blooming, the butterflies are migrating and shit. And no matter the season, Donald Trump always takes a chance to say some racist shit. This week, he cut funding to Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador, as Fox News calls it, all those Mexican countries. It's funny. One of our writers wrote that 3 days before Fox News actually said that. They just called them a bunch of Mexican countries. I guess we spoke that into existence. It's fucked up. Oh man, he's scared that a bunch of fucking migrant butterflies are coming over from South America. He's even scared of the butterflies from South America, guys. Our president's fucked up. He doesn't want anyone coming to America unless it's Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, But it's spring, so those butterflies are coming, and he's like, hey guys, they're not bringing their best butterflies. They're bringing those moths, you know what I'm saying? Those dirty Mexican moths, the ones that steal and fucking rape people and stuff. Don't trust these. We should bring up a big net over the border, like made of steel, American steel. This is what Trump said. Anyways, also, he proved he knows nothing about windmills at this recent congressional event. He said windmills, the noise from windmills cause cancer. Right? And he thinks they're dumb because they don't blow when the wind isn't blowing. He thinks that if something isn't blowing, just, give it money or something like that. I don't know, guys. He doesn't like windmills. I don't like his fans. That's all I'm saying. I think they're dangerous. He said that they also devalue your house. A windmill will devalue your house by 75%. Listen, Trump, the only house that got devalued by that much was the White House after Obama moved out, okay? That's the one that went down. At the same speech, he said he's working on a new 4-word phrase for 2020, something to replace MAGA. You know, and I got a couple, maybe like release the Mueller report, Nazis aren't good people, you know, Black Lives do matter, things like that. Let's try those fucking phrases. Meanwhile, Democrats are trying to fucking... They're getting Joe Biden, dude. He's being creepy and shit. Apparently, he kissed a woman on the back of her hand. He was rubbing her shoulders in a Nevada campaign. And, you know, forget about fucking hashtag Me Too. Biden is getting Al Frankened, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, he's going down. Anyways, let's wrap this up. I always like to wrap up with a weed topic. And this week, California and Texas are both... They're both working together to make CBD happen in Texas, guys. Ain't that something? You know the people want this shit whenever Texas and California are working together. That's a big fucking deal, right? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, y'all ready to start the show? Make some fucking noise, let's go!